Well, back to our top story, the IR changes. Let's take you live now to the Prime Minister. He is speaking in Melbourne at a trade union conference, delivering this speech. And you might have a bit of a crack here at some of the opponents of this bill. Let's listen in.
The Fair Work Act, the legislative foundation of our industrial relations framework, takes one of its aims giving effect to Australia's international labour obligations. So when you embark on those advocacy campaigns, you should know that your efforts to make a real and lasting difference to improving working conditions for all Australians. Friends, this Congress gives us an opportunity to celebrate a tradition of fairness and social justice and representing the best interests of the working people who power our nation's economic success. And in doing so, we recognise that these rights, these protections and these opportunities are never down to good luck or happy accident or a spontaneous act of generosity. Every centimetre of progress, every degree of every improvement has been earned and fought for through generations of solidarity and sacrifice. And while we will always remember those historic victories, the best and most fitting way to honour the contribution of those who have gone before us is to continue their work. Not just defending ground already gained, but carrying the task of progress forward, because there is always much more to do. In a rapidly globalising economy, in a world of work transformed by trade and technology, there are new opportunities for growth and prosperity and flexibility, but there are also new challenges to the rights and dignity and security of working people. And tackling those is a task that we're taking up in the Australian Parliament right now. In the past month, our government has introduced the new protections against sexual harassment, new measures to improve job security, new initiatives to revitalise bargaining, enhance productivity and get wages moving again, and a new focus on closing the gender pay gap. Now, of course, there are those who oppose these changes, those who want to stand in the way of this progress, those who have an ingrained ideological objection to workers being paid fairly for their contribution, who somehow believe that the only way to grow the economy is to limit opportunity and diminish security. We know there are always those who say that any improvement in workers' pay, any improvement in the status quo, will see the sky fall in. They say it every time, and they are wrong every time. And we will push ahead like we do every time. We know that fairness has to be fought for. We know from our experience that progress has to be earned. Most of all, we know it's worth it. We know the difference that it makes to people's lives is worth it.
There you have it, Anthony Albanese saying the sky is not going to fall in, but we'll see how these industrial relations changes go through. They're not looking like they're going to sail through the Senate at this point, but we'll see where it ends up.